Egocentric pain. The neurotic and depressive attitude, included alcoholism, have something in common. We are talking about a perverse, narcissistic, and egocentric enjoyment. These attitudes are ways of evading reality, and it is perverse because they look for culprits in the past and present to justify personal misfortune, managing to change the environment, wrapping it in dramatic and tense affection, contaminating everything around them. This subject is egocentric because he presents himself with extreme indifference to the people he affects, with an overvaluation of himself that compensates for the helplessness of not being able to adapt. He is narcissistic in the sense that a personal world is built, where others are perceived as servants and accomplices of the suffering position. Many times, people have approached the affected person in order to help, only to later feel disappointed and even betrayed, due to the subject's clinging to remaining in his suffering position. There is joy in illness, and it is a disease of egocentric enjoyment, which he or she disguises as pain of his current situation, and to hide the lack of personal development, remaining in a childish world. There is a clinging to the illness, and to the egocentric enjoyment of feeling seen by others, with the impossibility of grieving the reality of unsatisfaction suffered in childhood. Reducing the imaginary importance seems non-negotiable. Therefore, they choose the illness, which although suffers in it, they enjoy the pain, in which the person feels meaningful. Pain is confirmation of existence, that is, through it, the person feels alive. Unfortunately, they involve those around them, using others for their egocentric convenience, acting as a victim to control and depend on them, denying the damage caused. People wants to give meaning to his life, and they find it not only in adaptive social roles, but also in the narcissistic infantile posture through pain. Egocentric pain is a confinement of the subject's loving capacities. Keeping goodness to themselves is a necessity to maintain self-centeredness. This leads to reject positive things. What happens is that, if the person accepts good things, they will have to accept relating their emotions, accept that pleasure comes from outside too, and not only from themselves. This would imply a reduction of the ego, which the subject is not willing to accept. Consequently, he will always find himself in conflictive love relationships, since that he perceives he is in a relationship because of his manipulation abilities, or for having an overrated quality, such as beauty. They will also take an exploited position at work, and will feel without good friends. All because victimization delivers narcissistic significance. To maintain their egocentrism and enjoyment, they must disguise pleasure as displeasure. They will remain in a position of victimization, unable to be calm. This subject has little capacity to love, sunk in self-deception that he does feel love for others, even with intensity. But his victimization hides his inability and enjoyment of sacrificing himself for others. They play victims, only to find themselves stuck without development or responsibilities. They will have children that they perceive as a nuisance, and they will harm them with his neurotic and indifferent attitude, or they will manipulate them into being at their service.